Football legends do not usually line up like this. Not Zlatan Ibrahimovic, not Thierry Henry, not Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Micah Richards, Joe Hart, Gary Neville, not on the same night, not with almost the same verdict. Because when stars disagree, the story stays noisy. When legends agree, the market gets quiet. And quiet is where the real signal lives. Spain did not just beat Argentina 1-0 after extra time in the 2026 World Cup final. Spain starved a defending champion of the only fuel that matters, the ball. Ferran Torres struck around the 106th minute. Enzo Fernandez was already gone, sent off late in regulation. Lionel Messi walked into the night without the supply line he had lived on for 20 years. And after the whistle, the pitch turned into something uglier than a scoreline. Outlets reported a post-match melee involving names like Nahuel Molina, Leandro Paredes, Rodri, and others. FIFA opened an investigation. Pundits called parts of it disgraceful. That is the cold open. Now, here is the terminal value question. What product did Spain sell on the biggest stage on earth? And what product did Argentina try to sell after the whistle? Because this was not only a soccer final, it was a power and control system running in public, a choke point, a bottleneck, a closed loop that cut off Argentina's oxygen. Stay with me, because once you see the machine, you will never watch possession the same way again. And later, you will see why grievance after the whistle is a different trade than control during the match. Picture MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Spain under Luis de la Fuente, Argentina under Lionel Scaloni. One side built to circulate the ball like cash through a clearinghouse. The other side built to survive the night and steal a moment. For 90 minutes, multiple outlets reported Argentina failed to register a shot on target. Some reports went further. 0 shots of any kind in regulation. 0.0 expected goals in stretches of the match. That is not bad luck. That is a supply chain failure. Lionel Messi, the greatest creator of his generation, was isolated, not because he forgot how to play, because the midfield market was closed. Rodri and Spain's midfield did not win a fight. They ran a bottleneck. Every pass Argentina tried to string became a risk. Every turn became a tax. Thierry Henry said on Fox Sports that what Spain do off the ball is what impresses him. You cannot almost put 3 passes together. Then they get the ball back. If you do not have the ball, you cannot score. That is not poetry. That is systems language. Zlatan Ibrahimovic said on the same broadcast that football won today. He pointed to Argentina's 0 shots on goal and called Spain the right team. When a voice like Zlatan stops performing and starts confirming, listen. In markets, that's consensus, not hype. Consensus. Wayne Rooney said on BBC coverage that Argentina were outplayed, outfought, and outthought. Micah Richards reportedly called the post-match scenes embarrassing. Joe Hart said on BBC coverage the behavior was disgusting and that Argentina could have no complaints about the result. Alan Shearer said on BBC One that there is a way to lose and that the reaction after the final whistle was terrible. Gary Neville on ITV reportedly called Paredes a disgrace across recent games. Different networks, different personalities, same signal. Spain sold control. Argentina, after the whistle, sold grievance. And grievance is a loud product. Quiet products win titles. Pricka. Here is the clarity beat. Think of the ball as inventory. Spain wins it back so fast that Argentina never builds a warehouse of chances. No warehouse means no shots. No shots means no goals. No goals means your star becomes a spectator in a final. That is a closed system. Spain loses the ball, then hunts it, then owns the next sequence. The choke point is midfield, not a wall, a valve, open for Spain, closed for Argentina. Once you see the valve, the 1-0 scoreline stops looking lucky, it looks engineered. Ferran Torres came off the bench and finished what the machine built.
Reports described a Pedro Porro cross, a Nico Williams knockdown, and Torres crashing it past Emiliano Martinez around minute 106. Spain's second World Cup title, 16 years after their first. A Euro and World Cup double for De La Fuente's project. Enzo Fernandez's second yellow for a reckless challenge on Pau Cubarsí left Argentina with 10 men before extra time. That red did not invent Spain's control, it removed Argentina's last hope of surviving on thin air. Then came the ending the cameras couldn't look away from. As Spain celebrated, outlets reported Nahuel Molina appeared to strike or swing at Rodri as the Spain captain came from the dugout. Leandro Paredes was widely reported jabbing Eric Garcia near the throat and forcing Gavi to the ground in a scramble that also involved Thiago Almada, with staff drawn in. BBC Sport reported FIFA later confirmed a reported red card for Paredes on the information system was deleted and no on-field disciplinary action was taken at the time. FIFA then opened a formal investigation. We describe what major outlets reported. We do not invent punches the cameras did not show. Lionel Messi tried to calm the pitch. Later, he stood tearful in front of microphones. He said Spain deserved the victory. He talked about gratitude and pain and whether something this big can be built again. That's human. That's real. A coach who built a golden era watching the system run out of fuel. And Messi in tears with a silver medal is not a meme. It's the cost of a closed market. Here is where terminal value parts ways with sports rant channels. We are not here to crown villains for clicks. We are here to read power. In business, the firm that controls the bottleneck controls the margin. Spain controlled the bottleneck. Argentina tried to interrupt it with force, fouls, and late chaos. Force can delay a result. It cannot invent a shot on target that never existed. So the legends broke the polite silence, not as activists, as operators who have lived inside pressure. Henry talking about suffocation off the ball. Zlatan talking about the right team and 0 shots. English voices on BBC and ITV calling the football fair and the aftermath ugly. When those voices rhyme, treat it like a market tape. Signal over noise, control over narrative. Spain sold control for 120 minutes. Argentina sold grievance after the whistle. One of those products compounds, the other burns inventory. If you felt that tension in your chest while watching, you already understood the trade. If a friend argued it was only one goal, ask them a harder question. How do you score when the supply never arrives? That is the brutal truth the legends kept repeating. Not that Argentina lacked pride, that Spain denied them the market. And once the market is denied, the whistle becomes a mirror. Some look in it and shake hands. Some look in it and swing. FIFA will investigate. History will keep the scoreboard. Spain 1, Argentina 0. Extra time, Ferran Torres. A machine that choked the ball until the defending champions ran out of oxygen. But one more layer is still left. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.